Hello, to part 321 of Persona 5 Royal.
And regarding its location,
I'm sorry. There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking them at first. Our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace. Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went... There was also one more thing. Perfect cognitive replica.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't...
Once we saw the casino guests and police, they looked no different from after.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping it catchy.
Everything went as planned, however. It was then that we were met with a terrifying as a result. Even though we... Except that was we had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand. This was because we knew the police.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to end, just as expected.
Him getting captured by the police.
and I had been interrogating him. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that... So in other words, I've been to the metaverse.
In our experience,
Then she should understand Morgana.
Palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and by having you head back to the interrogation.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into a...
I hadn't the slightest idea that such a...
Yeah, I've been installing some games.
I was able to persuade you during the interrogation, even though we knew Akechi's plan.
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went...
If we could just tell you realize that our leader was telling the truth.
As a result, we...
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch...
Yes.
This is stunning.
I've kind of figured out that you guys, but what did you do about...
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, And since the higher-ups of the police knew nothing, as a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported.
And with that confusion, he was...
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the truth.
Don't. You shouldn't have to remember such things.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated, to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't...
Well, I knew right away that...
I wanted to believe, but...
Ryuji's a bit on the den.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very You saved me, huh?
I'll do whatever I can to help. Let's take a break for... Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get... You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from down. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man. Listen. Easy. Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender.
No. More importantly, you.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on what his loss should be borne.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom.
The SIU is in disarray with his death.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero.
All possible hindrances are now gone.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees, as candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us.
Why don't we resume?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back.
If you figured out who's...
Akechi accidentally said Shido-san.
Shido.
He is unmistakably a man.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who? I believe he's a politician. Remember Ryuji?
He said his speech was too loud.
For real?
It's certainly possible.
Do you have some kind?
Nothing material. First, he would profit from damage done. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next...
No!
Did he set us up?
If he is behind all this,
So his current position and popularity is we'll make him have a
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling it was just based on the connections I had from my I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido from the moment Wakaba died. And there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba.
Why didn't you say?
You guys would have definitely gone after him. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get it.
originally I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled. So I tracked down the whereabouts boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves action.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be...
What's going to happen to this country?
This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard.
Yeah. Then let's take the nap.
Masayoshi. Got a hit.
Well, where would the...
What kind of thing?
I always think of dirty money and
What does he do?
his palace must be somewhere that politics.
Talk about...
Perhaps it's the
We got a hit.
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big Hell yeah! Nobody against?
Of course.
He will
Thank you
be
for watching 321. I'll see you about 322.
Time. Then it's unit.
All we gotta do now is
So that's the app that'll...
An old fart like me can't...
we'll have to deal with this before.
It's best we hurry before they just...
Should we start tomorrow then?
That reminds me. What are you gonna do about school?
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.